Today we are talking about 5 things you should be looking for when you're looking for your first online account for trading and investing. Let's get started. All right. Okay, so I know when you're first starting out, there are a lot of online investment accounts out there, or accounts for trading and investing, and you're wondering what account or what brokerage you should go with. Now, first off, a brokerage account is an online service where you are able to buy and sell stocks, options, mutual funds, things like that. But there are several things that you should be looking for when you're looking at where to start or where to open up your investment or your trading account. And today we're going to talk about a few things that I think is important to look at when you're wanting to open an account. The first thing you want to check is the fees or the prices of the online brokerage service. You want to check and see what the different fees are that they have for opening the account, for maintaining the account, and for buying the specific investment vehicle that you are trying to purchase. Which takes me to the second thing that you should be looking for in an online brokerage account, and that is their selection. And that's where I was saying you need to see what are the fees or the costs for investing in the things that you're wanting to invest in. And that's their selection. So do they offer stocks? Do they offer options, mutual funds? Maybe they offer stocks, but it's only a certain selection of stocks. And that's where brokerage services like the ones that are more of a mobile app only, that is Stash and Robinhood, those type of services, they will offer you the ability to invest in mutual funds and only a limited selection of stocks. So if you know you're going to want to look at a lot of different stocks, or you're going to want to look at options, you want to see if they offer that before you sign up. And relating back to the first thing you should be looking for, which is fees, you want to see how much they're going to charge you for buying and selling those different investment vehicles or the different options there. Okay, so they have a certain fee for stocks if they offer stocks, a different selection for options if they allow you to buy and sell options, and the same for mutual funds. So you want to look at the selection and fees as a whole, because fees, for one, if you're wanting to start with a smaller account, then you will, if their fees are high and your account is small, it's going to eat into your profit as you're buying and selling or as you're investing. So you want to keep that in mind and look at that as you're opening up, or as you're looking at different online services to open your account at. Okay, so the third thing you should look at is a minimum balance option. Like, do they have a requirement for you to open with, say, $100 minimum, or $1,000 minimum, or a $10,000 minimum? Now, because if you're wanting to start off with a smaller account, then that minimum requirement will probably hinder you in some cases. So you want to check and see if they have a minimum requirement there, okay? And with that, there are some brokers who have no minimum requirement. Like, you can open an account with $0 down. My favorite in particular is Trade King, and then there's also Options House. I like Options House because of their low fees, but they don't have a requirement for opening your account either. So those two were Trade King and Options House. So the fourth thing you want to look for is tools. Now, that is going to be based on whether you are wanting to trade or invest. So if you're just investing, just long-term investing, you may not want to, say, look at charts as much, then it's okay if the service provider does not, or the online brokerage service doesn't have a chart option or chart features. But if you are if you're wanting to use charts in your trading and your investing, then that's something that you're going to want to look for. See what tools they offer you. Do they offer you, charts? Do they offer you a way to scan for certain stocks that you might be looking for in a price range or something like that? But any type of tools that you are wanting to use that are going to help you as far as investing, you definitely want to see if they have that before you sign up. Now, something that I have done as far as tools go and fees and minimum balance is I've kind of pieced together a selection of online services that fit what I'm trying to do. So that means I have multiple accounts in multiple places or at multiple online investment brokerage accounts. Excuse me. So I have several accounts at several places. And the reason I do that is, like I said, for prices, fees, minimum balance requirements, I needed certain things and certain places had it. So what I have set up is I have Options House. I have accounts at Options House, and then I have accounts at Trade King, and I have accounts at TD Ameritrade. Now, what I loved about Options House is that they had low fees. They were the first account service that I started out with real money. And I went there solely because they had the lowest fees at the time. And I think they still are one of the lowest, or have one of the lowest fees in the industry. But I started with them because they had low fees, and I was just learning, and I knew I was going to be buying and selling quite often, and I didn't want it to eat into my profits. So I started there. But then I got better at the charts and things like that, and I wanted more tools. Well, TD Ameritrade has the charting that I love. Like, I love their Thinkorswim chart platform. So I use their chart platform there, but I wanted live charts, so I had to open an account there. So for me, that account that I'm using there it's okay that their fee is higher than Options House for me, because I am willing to pay for the charts. I'm willing to pay a little more for the tools that they provide. And that will also allow me to use that same tool, their same charting platform on Thinkorswim over on Options House, or not on Options House, but any stocks I'm looking at buying in my Options House account, I can just use the charts from TD Ameritrade to assess and look at the right time to buy, the right time to sell, and all that. So that's my one tool that I can use, but I can buy and sell in any of my different accounts. Okay. And then I have Trade King for some more long-term investing. I love their fees are low. I love that their platform is very user-friendly. And I also love that their customer service is great. So that is the fifth thing that you should be looking for in an online brokerage account. And that is great customer service. To me, great customer service is hands down the number one thing. Like, I need you to be able to answer my question when I have it. I need you to be knowledgeable on your own platform, for that matter. So for me, it is very important that customer service is top notch. I mean, think about, when was the last time you went somewhere and they were quite rude? Like, did you go back? Did you complain? Like, chances are you decided that you weren't going to go there ever again. Like, you decided their customer service was so bad, or you had to sit there and wait so long, or they're not fixing whatever issue that you're having. So you will take your service elsewhere. So for me, if customer service is not up to par, or they're not trying to improve their customer service experience, I'm taking my money elsewhere. Even if that means I might have to pay a little bit more, then I would go somewhere else. I mean, because to me, I want to be able to get the support that I need if I'm having issues with the platform, and I'm willing to pay a little bit more than that, a little bit more if that means I'm going to get the one-on-one, or the customer experience, or the customer support that I need when I'm trading and investing. Because this is my money involved. So I want to ensure that if I have an issue, someone is going to be knowledgeable enough to help me with it, or to help me through, work through whatever I'm trying to get done. So that was your 5 things you should be looking for in an investment account or an online brokerage account. So let me recap for you. First is going to be prices and fees. Second is going to be their selection. What are they offering you, or what is available to invest in or trade at their company? Third is minimum balance. The fourth thing is tools, and the fifth thing is customer service. So those are things that you want to look for in a online brokerage service. So if you guys have any questions about opening your first account or getting started with trading and investing, please leave me a comment below, or join me in my free Facebook group. Or if you want me to do a video, your question might turn into a video. So please be sure to drop it below and let me know what you want to hear or learn about in my next live broadcast. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you on the next show. Bye.